One thing that really stuck with me, that still sticks with me today, to this day with Shatanya, is just the fact that, I don't know, I like to consider myself you know, a guy that got his head on his shoulders, I know what I want to do, I know my direction and stuff, and I never really had somebody come in my life and just made me believe in myself more than I believe in myself. You know what I mean? And at first I used to take it as her joking around, being funny, but once I realized how serious she was, it really made a big impact on me. You know what I mean? As far as just trying to believe in myself. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a lot of things I could talk about all day, but that's pretty much the main thing that she taught me in my life. You know what I mean? That's what she came in my life for, was to literally make me believe in who I am more than I actually thought I was. She gave me more confidence than anything, man. And it's kind of weird, you know what I mean, as far as being a man. You know what I mean? Like, you would think that a lot of lessons that you learn are from other men. You know what I mean? I never had a woman come in my life, other than my moms and, family members, aunts and stuff, but a woman just come in my life and just show me that that I do matter. You know what I mean? Show me that I can be who I say I am, you know what I mean, and to stand on that. And that's one thing I will always remember with her. That's one thing I really did love about her, was just the fact that she believed in me more than I did myself. Like I said, I mean, that's anybody, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the type of person she was. If she loved you, I ain't gonna lie, if she pissed you off, that means she loved you, you know what I mean? That means she cared about you, you know what I mean? If she didn't care about you, then she wouldn't have wasted her time with you. So all those days and all those nights we bump heads, we both Sagittarius, so we was both the same person. We both big goal driven, you know what I mean? Our characteristics were dang near the same. So it started off as a friendship, and then it ended up more than that. So, and that's because of who she was, you know what I mean? And I will appreciate those 3 to 4 years that she came to my life and helped me, you know what I mean? And I'm most definitely going to take that on with me in my future.
I started in 2018, maybe in June of 2018, 2 months before Shatanya started. So I've been there with her since pretty much the beginning for her. And so, every morning she would come in and she would say, "Good morning, Mr. Spohr." And that's what she would say every single morning. And I'd always say, "Good morning, Miss Clarke." And I told this story when she passed away, but, it's still sad not to get that good morning every morning from her. She'd always come in every single time. And if you didn't say it, she'd stare at you until you said it back to her. And, she was just such a great person. It's crazy it's been a year. We were talking about that. I cannot believe it's been a year. It does not feel like it. But, we think about it all the time. We wore purple. On air today, we wore purple for her. A lot of people were in purple around here. And she's always going to be someone that has a special place in my heart and will always impact me for years to come. I'm so thankful for it. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about her. And just the impact she had on our station. The best thing you can say about someone is they left it better than they found it, and she definitely did that. She made a lasting impact on KFDX for sure.
Yeah. So I started at KFDX as a reporter 6 months actually before she died, and I'll tell you that there's a lot you can learn from Shatanya in a 6-month time period. I take even some advice that she had given me in my early time there, and I still use it to this day. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what, Shatanya told me I need to make sure this is cut a certain way or the timing is a certain way. So I still think of her a lot, even in my day-to-day and how she would do things, because that's what she did. She wanted to make sure you learned it and that you did it the right way, because she wanted you to be your best just like she wanted to be her best. She was a very determined person, and we were, I still feel her presence even a year later. I feel her presence in the newsroom all the time. Like, I can't walk past her desk and not think about her, because that's her desk. It's just, she had that impact, and just something that all of us who got to work with her, even if it was for a small amount of time or a long amount of time, you just feel that presence still there. And it makes me try to continue to be a better journalist each and every day and try hard, and what would Shatanya do kind of mentality. So, but yeah, it's crazy it's been a year.
Yeah, and I just want to add, she loved nonprofits so much. Yeah. And so when I got to report recently, anytime I did a nonprofit story, it was, I got to make Shatanya proud on this story. I got to make sure I do a good job, tell the story, help these nonprofits out. And anytime I see a nonprofit in need, I'm like, man, that Shatanya would have been all over that, because that's how much she loved nonprofits and helping others. And so anytime I see a nonprofit needing help, anytime a big event comes up, Texoma Gives is coming up, I always think about Shatanya for that, because that's what she'd love to do.
And she'd be so proud. She would honestly be so proud of the milestones that those nonprofits have made. Soups and Socks this year hit a crazy amount of numbers, and they hit them quick. And I think that just is such a testament to who she was, and people knew how important that was to her and helping her community. And so they really showed up at Christmas time. And then to know that her larger than life scholarship has exceeded its funding, and its donations have come in the way they have, I know that she would just be so grateful to know that a future student is going to get an opportunity because of the mark she made. And that's something you just can't describe. It's a wonderful feeling, I know, for her family and for us at the station.
Yeah, and she did a Helping the Helpers series is what it was called, for nonprofits during COVID that were really struggling. So you talked about how she'd be so proud to see where they're at now. She would definitely be really proud to see a lot of them back, doing better than they did before. And she had a big impact on that by doing that Helping the Helpers series. It was so impactful and so meaningful to the community and to those nonprofits. And so I think she probably has a big smile up in heaven right now when she sees all the great work that those nonprofits are doing. So
it's still work in her name. Her work isn't done yet.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we definitely miss you, Shatanya, for sure.
Well, I actually met Shatanya from Channel 3, and when I worked at Child Care Partners, and she ended up joining the Junior League and was actually my mentee. I was her mentor throughout this time, and I felt like she was more of a mentor to me than I was to her, and she definitely has changed my life just from a friend standpoint. So just making sure that we constantly stay connected with our friends and our family, and that we don't miss those opportunities. If it's let's go to dinner or let's go to lunch, you figure out how to try to make it. And if you can't make it, then you reschedule, and making sure, because you never know when is the last time where you won't be able to do that. We have been trying to plan a birthday dinner for me for weeks, and I remember she was saying that she couldn't go because she was having really bad headaches, and so we kept rescheduling. And I remember the night before she passed, we texted and we were like, let's plan it. And then the next day she was no longer here. And so just for me as her friend, we try to keep her legacy going with Project Texoma, with Soups and Socks, and we've implemented some other projects just to try to keep her name heavily out in the community, so nobody will ever be able to forget her, because we definitely won't forget her. And I know she's listening to us. Friend, I love you so much, and I wish I can just hug you one more time.
Today's been a year since Shatanya left me. A lot of people say that time heals and time will heal, but whoever said that is a liar, because I'm not healing. It gets worse every day. There's not a day, a minute, a second, a moment that goes by that I don't think of her, that I don't cry for her. It doesn't get better. She was my only child, and it is hard. My heart is broken into pieces, and my life will never be the same again. I just want to say, Shatanya, I miss you so much. I don't know. Each day I get up, I said, I can't do this, but I could hear you. I can hear your voice, and you're saying, Mom, you're strong. You're stronger than you think. You can do this. You can do this. And I know you're watching over me. I know she's with me. I know she's there every step of the way with me. She goes everywhere with me. And I'm so thankful for everyone who came out today to, celebrate her. Also thankful for the Shatanyas Larger Than Life scholarship, which we have exceeded the goal. We're so proud. I'm so proud, and I'm so honored that I was able to get that up and running. And I'm very grateful, thankful for everyone who donated. And coming next month is when we will be awarding the recipient with the scholarship. So we're looking forward to doing that. And I know Shatanya is smiling down on us. She is so proud. And I'm just thankful and grateful for everyone. I just want to say I miss her. I love her. And yeah, I just miss her and love her.
I have a story to share about Shatanya because one of my fondest memories of her was how nice she was, and so just genuinely nice. She gave me so many compliments. Actually, the very first time that I ever talked to her, she came over to me and she gave me the nicest compliment about my hair. It threw me off because I didn't even realize that she was talking to me. I had never really talked with her before. She always passed me by. I said hi, she said hi, the casual hellos. But she came over and she came nearby me and she gave me a compliment. She said, "Jalen, you have such nice hair." And I just distinctly remember, I was like, that was so genuinely nice to say. I never really said anything before, but she looked at me, she continued to talk to me, and she mentioned once again, she was like, "You got such nice hair, very, very nice hair." And so I've always had that memory stuck with me. And over the course of the last year, that's something that I keep thinking back on, is just how genuinely nice she was. I'll always remember Shatanya for being such a nice friend and colleague and person. And that's how I'll always remember her.